Hi everyone, thanks again for tuning into my channel. Now I know you're like, what the heck, she has no makeup on. There's a reason for that. I know that YouTube can be unforgiving when it comes to like the bare face, but I want to do an updated foundation routine because again, I told you guys in my previous video that I learned a lot of new things coming out of basic training. So I kind of want to share that with you, starting off with the face. Okay, so I have nothing on except for Carmex and my moisturizer. Now my moisturizer was my Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer dupe or generic brand, which you can get from Target. Works perfect. Everyone needs to prime their face because when you paint your walls, don't you put like a primer before that? Or if you're painting a canvas, don't you put like a thin layer of some sort so that it kind of smoothens out your skin? Because let's face it, your face is a canvas. You're putting makeup on, you want a smooth surface. So a primer is best because it'll fill in any of your pores. It smooths everything out. It preps it for a perfect foundation. Wouldn't you guys agree that having a really good, preparation for the face ends up having a really good foundation or the finished product of your makeup? Whether it be Max Prep and Prime, Smashbox, whatever, prep your face. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to do a liquid foundation, which is my Revlon Photo Ready. I am an NC30, NC35. I want to say NC35 for Studio Fix Fluid, Mineralized, stuff like that from MAC. So this is 008 Golden Beige. And this is what I use for the Revlon Photo Ready. I am loving this foundation, like absolutely loving this. You want to put it in the back of your hand, and I just do about 1.5 pumps of this. And I'm going to take my 130 brush, which is like my new favorite brush, you guys. This came out with the Mineralized. It's like the small one. This is a MAC 187 plus a MAC 109, and they had a baby. This would be the brush. That's the best way that the trainers kind of gave the example. So the reason why I'm putting it in the back of my hand, and it's a good thing to put it in the back of your hand because your skin is warm. It's gonna warm up the foundation, and when you put it on your face, it gives you an easier application. You kind of want to warm it. So I'm just gonna take the brush. The white hairs, which are synthetic fibers, will catch the foundation, while the natural bristles around it will kind of give it that airbrushed finish. So I start right here and I just go in circular motions because we all have hairs that are unnoticeable, but they're there for protection. You just want to follow the hairs. So usually you want to go down. You don't want to put foundation going upwards. You just want to follow the natural, where your natural hair grows on your face. So you want to put that downwards. Let's face it, MAC. Us MAC girls, or maybe some of you guys out there, tend to put too much makeup, tend to put too much foundation, making us look too cakey, too two-faced, and we never give our face our natural, look. Makeup isn't supposed to cover up your beautiful face. It's supposed to enhance your beautiful face. So another tip is only apply makeup where it needs to be applied. If you're fine on your forehead, why do you need to cover that up? You have beautiful skin underneath. Now, it's another story if you have sensitive skin and you're like, acne prone or whatever. But bear in mind, use makeup purposefully, if that makes sense. Only apply makeup where you need to apply it. That way, your skin has, room to breathe, and you won't feel suffocated. You won't feel like you have too much on. So I'm just buffing this on. Only the places that I need to put this. I'm only putting it on my brows to cover up my hairs that I didn't pluck. And I have a slight blemish on my forehead, so I'm just going to cover that up. Other than that, I'm not going to go all the way up here because, again, I don't need to. Again, put whatever or however much makeup only on the areas that you need to focus on. When it comes to concealers, some people tend to put concealer first before foundation, but another tip is put your foundation on first, because that way if you do need to go back and cover up what the foundation hasn't already covered up for you, you can go ahead and conceal. Because what you do, or what people tend to do, is they put the concealer first thinking that the foundation on top will give you like a double or dual coverage. It's not going to do that. Bear in mind, when you do put foundation on and you're doing this motion, it's going to wipe off the concealer that you already put on prior to applying your foundation. So that's another tip for you guys. Foundation first, and then conceal any areas you need to. And there's only a few areas that I am going to cover up and conceal. Louise Zizzo, if you guys don't know who she is, she's one of our senior makeup artists. She did my makeup for basic training, and I was very like starstruck because she does deal with celebrity artists. She does fashion runways, all of that, the whole nine. She goes to Milan, areas like that. She's just awesome. She told all of us like a trick for concealing. She said use like a small liner brush like this. This is the MAC 209, and this is the brush that she used on me. She said it's good to conceal with little small ones, little small brushes, so that it'll just get onto the point. And then you can, you don't need to buff it on. So just conceal little areas, and the little brush will give you like an airbrushed finish. So you just want to buff that on in the areas that you need to conceal. Okay. And the little thing will get on the dot of wherever you need to conceal. So that's basically it. MAC foundations, most especially, are formulated to just be put on its own. Most people tend to put powders on top of their foundations. Ladies, gents, if you guys don't need to do that, don't put any setting powder. I don't do it because I feel that the foundation alone does the trick. For those who are oily, have oily skin, blot or put powders anywhere that's oily. People tend to put it on their entire face, and I'm pretty sure that everyone's face isn't oily, like all over their face. So bear in mind, put makeup only where it needs to be put. My skin is oily on the T-zone and dry on around the face. So the only place that I am going to put powder is the areas that I need to kind of conceal through oiliness. I'm just using my medium dark mineralized skin finish natural with a big brush. The fluffier the brush, the less product you're going to get for powders. So the more compact and dense the brush is and you're going to apply powder, the more you're going to get. It's the other way around for liquids. For liquids, the denser and fluffier the brush, like this, the fluffier it is, the more product you're going to get. Compared to the 190, if it's thin and, you know, when you have like that streak, you're actually wiping off the liquid. And you don't realize that you're putting on, I don't know if you realize it, I realize it when I use both of these. You tend to put a little bit more foundation back on the back of your hand to put more. That's because you're wiping as you go. You're wiping as you're buffing it on your face. Or not buffing it on, but like painting it on your face. So try to stray away from this. I would use this for like concealing or whatever. But if I want to do a whole canvas full of face, I don't even know if I'm making sense. The fluffier the brush, the more you're going to get for liquids. So I only do a minimal. This is the fluffy brush with the powder, so that means it'll only give you a minimal coverage. Now if you do this with the powder, you're going to pack on a lot more product. So I'm only gonna apply this where I need to. And that's one thing makeup artists are trying to stray away from, is putting what they don't need to put on their face. So that's basically it. The last tip is to set your makeup, and this is my Fix Plus. And this will just set and put everything in place. So I hope you guys enjoyed that new updated foundation application video with brand new tips and tricks that I learned from my basic training. Any questions, comment below, and you guys have a great day. Bye!